Hello, this is Jesse with my pendulum. I have an interesting project here. As you may know, I get out people's net worth with a pendulum. And for example, the story now is that Elon Musk of Tesla is the richest man on earth. Well, that's not true. The richest man on man, is it a man? Yes, it's a man. The richest man on earth is worth a little under $2 trillion. Let's communicate with the richest man on earth. Okay, we have that connection. Is this man of the Illuminati? And the answer is yes. Okay, what is his net worth in billions of dollars? 100 billion, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 900, 1 trillion, 1.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1.7 trillion, 1.71, let's see, 1,710 billion, 711, 712, and it's going to stop. 1,712 billion, and it's going to stop. But I think 1,711 billion, 1,711 billion dollars is the richest man on earth. Okay, let's check Elon Musk, who recently, they were saying that Jeff Bezos of Amazon was the richest. Now they're saying Elon Musk. Actually, according to the pendulum, Jeff Bezos is still richer than Elon Musk in the energy of money that they manage. Okay, this is not necessarily their money in the bank, but it does include the value of money in the bank. I've tested that. And it includes also the value of properties, the values of debts that are likely to be paid, etc. It's the energy of money that they actually handle. Elon Musk, 100 billion, 2, 3, 400, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 500 billion, 510, and it's going to stop. 510 billion, 501, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, $508 billion, and I think 509 is going to stop. So the answer is $508 billion, Elon Musk. The net worth of Jeff Bezos, 100 billion, 2, 3, 4, 5, 600, 700, 710, 20, 30, 40, 50, 750 billion, 751, 52, and it's going to stop. 752, it stops. Two hands, 752 billion, 751 billion, 751 billion, it starts spinning again, the energy of truth. Jeff Bezos is 751 billion. Almost 50% more than Elon Musk. That means probably a lot of Elon Musk's fortune is not really, in other words, it's overrated. Okay? Now, I've checked several other people, of course, including myself. My net worth is gradually going up. I actually sent myself the energy of money, and it has gradually improved to roughly almost 3 times what it was when I started. Okay? And I've generally seen a better economic situation. Okay? But it's hard to calculate. The value of our property, my Social Security pension, which is kind of like money in the bank, etc., etc. Okay? Now, but I'm dealing with a man who has a project that he's invested a lot of money in, and at this point, that project may or may not work out, and he's went into a lot of debt for this project. And then he is, at this moment, he's out of work. So I was asking what his net worth was, and I'll go back whenever it was, like 3 days ago or so, when I asked his net worth, and I just happened to get his net worth at a point when it was almost neutral, almost very low, but yet not negative. Okay, back to that day a few days ago. I'm guessing it was 3 or 4 days ago, but okay, I'm back to that day. And his net worth then was 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, $103, and $104, and it stops. $103, which is kind of interesting to be so close to a neutral point, right? And this is a person with a relatively normal life, living in a house with cars and everything else, but yet at this moment he has a lot of debt and he's out of work. So maybe if he sold everything, he would be worth $103. Okay? But now let's go to today. This is a few days later. He doesn't have a job yet, and I'm going to start counting up from 0. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and you can't tell it very much, but the pendulum actually starts going backwards. 35, 40, 45, 50, it's going bigger circles backwards, which means I'm going the wrong direction. So his net worth is now below 0. Probably not a lot, but let's see. His net worth now, negative 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 50, 150, 60, 70, 170, it stops. 160, 160, 61, 62, 63, 164, negative $164. 165, negative, and it stops. 164, negative $164. So he's went from $103 to negative $164. Now, what are his chances of success? Let's communicate with him. Now, this is the future, so the future can change. These are only probabilities. Let's communicate with him a year from now. No, let's communicate with him 3 years ago. Let's say before he got into this project that has taken a lot of his credit. 3 years ago. Let's check his net worth, which I assume is going to be fairly well positive. He had a house and other things in. His net worth, 10, 20, 100,000, 110, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200, 201, 2, 3, 4, 204,000. And if I think 205,000, it stops. 205,000. 204, this is 3 years ago, his net worth was $204,000. Okay? He has a lot of student loan debt. His house is not paid for, but it was not a bad investment. He had his car. I assume his car was paid for. $204,000, okay? That was 3 years ago, before he got into this project. Let's go to the future, the probable future, because the future can change. 1 year. Okay, his probable net worth in 1 year, 5,000, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 140,000, 141, 141,000, 142,000. His net worth is $141,000. Will be in 1 year, $141,000. So he's going to recuperate fairly well. Okay, let's go 5 years from now. Probable, because all this can change. Probable, most likely probability, or at least an average of the likely probabilities. Okay, 5 years from now, 50,000, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 350, 351, 3, 353, it stops. 352, $352,000 is likely net worth in 5 years. In other words, he'll probably recuperate. He'll probably learn some lessons, make some good decisions, whatever. What is that, $352,000? I think it is. Okay. That's an example. It's just interesting that I happened to connect with him and ask this when he was in the days when he was crossing the 0 point from a positive net worth to a negative net worth. Now, we can ask, what is the probable maximum negative net worth that he will reach to? In other words, how if you want to say how bad or how difficult or how costly could this situation become? The maximum negative net worth that he's likely to get to, 1,000, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, it's getting close, 9,000, 9,100, and it's going to stop. 9,100, 9,000, 9,000, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 9,031, 32, 9,031. He is probably going to reach a point of roughly negative 9,031 and then go back up, and actually within 5 years he'll be very well recovered. This is the future. We make the future, so these are not absolutes, but it's interesting what you can do with a pendulum, right? Very interesting stuff. Okay. Oh, my net worth, my probable net worth. Oh, my net worth right now, it had gone down at one of the lower points. It was $43,150. $43,150. Now it is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 118, 119, 120, 121, 121, and if I think 122, it's going to stop. $121,000. My most likely net worth in 1 year from now in the future, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 20, 30, 40, 50, 150, 160, 170, 180. Oh, it's probably going to be a pretty good year. My most likely net worth 1 year from now is 180,000, 181, 182, 183, and it's going to stop. Stops. 182,000. Okay. My likely net worth in 5 years was 182. Let's start at 100, 110, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200, 210, 11, 12, 213, 214, 215, $216,000. That's pretty positive. And if I think 217, it's going to stop. 216, it starts again. My likely net worth in 5 years, $216,000. Okay. That's a little bit of pendulum work. Try it at home. You might find it interesting.